Hi guys, James here. Today I want to talk about Mayor de Blasio, New York City. He's setting up quarantine checkpoints 5 months into the pandemic. Since New York has dropped so dramatically in new cases, he believes that he's responsible for the change. No. Same thing happened in New Jersey. We were the two hot spots of the world, basically. But what happened is we were locked down throughout the winter, which caused thousands of deaths. Thousands of people died. Between New York and New Jersey, 50,000 people died. That's how bad it is. And as soon as the weather broke, we got outside and it dramatically stopped. The death rate went down. The new cases went down. But the mayor has to take responsibility for this because it's the whole Democratic talking point. So now we're going to have quarantine checkpoints. 5 months into the pandemic, when there's 0 cases really in New York, 0 deaths the other day. It's happened 3 or 4 times lately. There's 0 deaths in New York State. New Jersey's had about 10 to 50, it depends on certain days, but it's been very low. The new cases have been under 400 a day versus Florida, which is having 10,000 cases a day. So there's a big difference. But now the mayor wants to have checkpoints because he believes that outsiders are polluting the city with coronavirus. New York City is dying right now. 66,000 businesses will not restart. New York City is barren, okay? I've never seen it like this before. I will be going down and doing some videos about New York City very soon. It is horrible. I spent my whole life there since I was 15 going across the river into New York to see concerts at the Madison Square Garden and everything. It is not like that anymore. Everything's closed, okay? Not everybody can work from home. All the restaurants are trying to stay outside, but who really wants to sit out and eat in a restaurant when it's 95 degrees outside, 100% humidity? Not really, not many. Not many places are open, okay? So they have all these rules, and I get it. If you're going to go into the store and wear a mask, I get it. You have to do it here in New Jersey. I get that. That's not a problem. But what they're trying to do now is shove this totalitarian government control over you. And that's what Bill de Blasio is, a communist. He quotes Karl Marx. He just did it the other day. That's his favorite read, was the Communist Manifesto. But, that's how it is. And same with, Andrew Cuomo. They're all part of this, take Trump out game here. And if you like Trump or not, don't screw everybody in the city. People need to work, and we can't work, and that's the biggest problem. Construction is trying to get back working, but it's very difficult. So many regulations you have to go by. Wearing a mask when you're on the 42nd floor and it's 120 degrees upstairs on the concrete, it's really tough. People are passing out. It's really difficult to work. My business was in New York City, and it's very slow getting restarted. It's terrible, 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 terrible. And it's all because of Mayor de Blasio and Andrew Cuomo. They should be reopening this city. They spend more time worrying about people at bars. Yeah, Andrew Cuomo spends all his time watching people going to a bar. Are you kidding me? Thousands of people, there's 1 million people unemployed in New York City alone. And we're worried about a few people gathered together having a drink at a bar instead of trying to reopen and get some money into the city coffers. New York City alone is $10 billion in the hole. New York State is about $40 billion in the hole right now because there's no taxation coming in because nobody's businesses are open. You know how many more businesses are going to go bankrupt? Probably another 100,000 because they're not going to open. Nothing's going to open up before the election. Let's be honest here. This is all politically motivated. Everything is all about politics to get rid of Donald Trump. That's all they care about. So they care if we're going to destroy the economy. So we're not going to open schools up because teachers' unions don't want to when we know we can. I have a friend who's a principal, and she's doing everything she can at a private school. They're trying to stop private schools from opening because private schools can get it done. There's no harm to the teachers. This is all political crap. If Joe Biden wins in November, schools will be opening in December. Come on, let's stop this crap. Everyone knows. Tell Joe to come out of the basement, debate Donald Trump. Come on. But anyway, this is where we're at. New York City is going down the toilet. It's returning to the 1970s, homeless, garbage everywhere. They just started doing street cleaning. They're going to start doing street cleaning after 3 months, 4 months. It's horrible. It's horrible. And all we hear is excuse, it's the pandemic. Crime's up to where it was back in the 70s. Murder rate has doubled every month. And they blame it all, it's all coronavirus. Shootings, drive-bys. One guy was released 3 times and did shootings 3 different times. He was released because of the new bail system. And the mayor blames, oh, it's coronavirus. No, it's not. It's New York City and New York State politics. It's all progressive. This is what progressive utopia looks like. You saw it in Seattle, you see it in Portland, you see it in San Francisco, LA, you know, needles everywhere, people sleeping on the streets, crapping where they want to do. That's progressive utopia. And Mayor de Blasio is the mayor. He's the most hated mayor in America. Even the left hates him. The right hate him. Everybody hates him. But he doesn't give a crap about what anybody thinks. He just does what he wants to. He's trying to push his wife to become the next mayor. He has 18 more months to go. God help us. New York was once the best city. I spent so much time of my life there. I worked there. I hung out there as a youth. As I got older, if I had nothing to do, I just hopped the train and go to New York. Now, there's nothing open. There's no reason to go to New York. Why do I want to go to New York? Just remember, Mayor de Blasio, New York City, going down the toilet. Have a good day, people.